Afghanistan is one of the most misunderstood countries in the world. For decades, most people have only seen it through the lens of war, terrorism, and destruction. But Afghanistan is far more than a battlefield. It is a land of towering mountains, ancient civilizations, deep traditions, fierce pride, and people who have survived invasions, empires, and endless conflict for centuries. To understand Afghanistan today, you need to understand its geography, its tribes, its religion, its culture, and the wars that shaped it into the country it is now. Afghanistan sits at the heart of Asia, surrounded by countries like Pakistan, Iran, China, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan. This location has made it strategically important for thousands of years. Ancient trade routes, such as the Silk Road, passed through Afghanistan, connecting the Middle East, Central Asia, and South Asia. Because of this, countless empires tried to control it, from Alexander the Great to the Mongols, the British Empire, the Soviet Union, and later, the United States.
Afghan culture is deeply rooted in honor, hospitality, poetry, and family loyalty. Guests are treated with immense respect. Even in poor villages, families may sacrifice their own comfort to host visitors properly. Poetry is also woven into Afghan society. For centuries, poets have expressed themes of love, war, exile, and faith. Traditional music, storytelling,
Everything changed in 1979 when the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan to support a communist government facing rebellion. The Soviet invasion triggered one of the most devastating wars in modern history. Afghan fighters, known as the Mujahideen, launched a resistance movement against Soviet forces. The United States, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and other countries supported the Mujahideen with money, weapons, and training because the war became part of the Cold War struggle against communism. The Soviet-Afghan War destroyed villages, displaced millions of civilians, and killed enormous numbers of people. Landmines littered the countryside. Refugees flooded into Pakistan and Iran. After nearly 10 years of brutal fighting, the Soviets withdrew in 1989, weakened and exhausted. But peace did not come. Instead, Afghanistan descended into civil war. Different Mujahideen factions turned against each other, battling for power. The Taliban government collapsed quickly, and a new Afghan government backed by the West was established in Kabul. Over the next 20 years, billions of dollars entered Afghanistan. Roads, schools, hospitals, and universities were built. Millions of girls returned to education. Cities modernized rapidly. Internet access expanded. A new generation grew up with opportunities their parents never had. But beneath this progress, major problems remained. Corruption spread through the government. Many rural communities felt ignored or abused by officials. Civilian casualties from airstrikes and military operations fueled anger. Meanwhile, the Taliban regrouped in rural areas and launched an insurgency against Afghan and foreign forces. The war became America's longest conflict. Thousands of Afghan civilians, soldiers, Taliban fighters, and foreign troops were killed. Entire generations grew up surrounded by violence. Suicide bombings, drone strikes, assassinations, and roadside bombs became part of daily life. In 2021, after nearly 2 decades of war, the United States withdrew its troops from Afghanistan. The Afghan government collapsed far faster than expected. Province after province fell to the Taliban with little resistance. Eventually, the Taliban entered Kabul and regained control of the country. Scenes from the withdrawal shocked the world. Thousands of Afghans rushed to the airport trying to escape. Many feared the return of Taliban rule, especially women, journalists, activists, and former government workers. Today, Afghanistan faces enormous challenges. Its economy has collapsed under sanctions, frozen assets, and loss of international aid. Millions face hunger and poverty. The country also suffers from earthquakes, droughts, and humanitarian crises. Women's rights have again been heavily restricted under Taliban rule, especially regarding education and employment. At the same time, the Taliban claim they have brought security after decades of war. Large-scale battles have mostly stopped compared to the previous 20 years. But stability alone has not solved Afghanistan's deeper problems: economic collapse, international isolation, ethnic tensions, and political repression.